My research primarily was in the realm of smart buildings. So I looked into building controls and indoor thermal comfort in tropical climates like Singapore. Yes, I think one example would be that in an office building, let's say, it's very hard to cater to every single person's preference. But what we could do is maybe find the most acceptable range to try to satisfy everyone based on only a few people's feedback. So that not everyone has to wear a smartwatch to indicate now I'm cold, now I'm hot, only let's say the boss or the intern, and that will be just enough to find a range that is suitable to reduce the energy consumption of where they're at right now, but to make most of them current occupants as comfortable as possible. I think what CDE gave me was the support network and all the friends and colleagues that I got along the way. For grad school specifically, I believe that is one of the most important things you can look for. And NUS definitely gave me that opportunity to meet friends while I was living here in U-Town. Being a resident assistant allowed me to meet other fellow CDE PhD students, master students, and undergrad who I'm still friends with to this day. And that carried over to friendships now, colleagues either here in Singapore or abroad for future workplaces. I will say that is one of the main things to look after when you're applying for grad school. I think the biggest challenge as someone who is obviously not from here is as an international student, you're faced with starting over in a new country, new culture. And my country, my upbringing is vastly different to Singapore. And CDE and the people I met here were really crucial for me to adapt, to acclimatize, not just to the weather, but to all the nuances of what it really means to maybe not be a Singaporean, but to be here and live day to day here. Learning how to order your proper coffee, like kopi o kosong peng always. And those things are really important. It makes you feel part of the community. And it was thanks through CDE and the university environment that I was able to meet people like that and in a more, let's say, easier way to just adapt. I think that sometimes during the PhD, a lot of the skills when you move to industry might not be so evident, but you can sell them yourself as something you've done along the way of 4 or 5 years, however long that was, which are managing projects, managing people. You may have undergrads working under you. So now in my position, I lead postdoc researchers and PhD students. So the people's management and the soft skills that maybe I didn't thought I would develop throughout my studies here in CDE as a PhD student, as a resident assistant, and just the university life helped me to be a better project manager and a team leader in that sense. Okay, as of now, my 2 biggest accomplishments are the current project I'm in. I'm now the project manager for research in collaboration with ETH Zurich, so one of the biggest universities in Switzerland. Through a collaboration between National Research Foundation and ETH Zurich, we're leading a team of 6 researchers, Singapore and from Switzerland, working on smart cities and smart buildings. My second biggest accomplishment is actually related to it. Through this network of people and my current collaborators and professors, we managed to secure a grant sponsored by the government as well, that we're looking into the relationship of mental well-being and the built environment. I always tell them that you should look for people rather than titles or branding names. Luckily, I think NUS and CDE has both. I was lucky enough to meet a really good supervisor who I'm friends with, which is not that common in many places. And it really made the whole process much easier. If you try to go for an Ivy League or for like these really big top names, it doesn't guarantee that you will have a good time. And sometimes it's much better to look into who are you going to be working with? How is the lab culture? Do they treat each other? Is there internal competition? And that makes a crucial difference in your PhD journey.